How do you handle the promise of power? I'm Christy Birchville, and today we are starting Daniel chapter 11. Daniel's been having a vision, and he has another vision. God uses Daniel to provide a lot of prophecy and a lot of things through this book, so we see a lot of that. And Daniel chapter 11 starts a really interesting set of prophecy that Daniel provides. So we're looking specifically at verses 1 through 4. And we're going to tie into Daniel chapter 11, verse 3. It says, "Then a mighty king will arise who will rule with great power and do as he pleases." As we think about this prophecy, we'll see a little bit more and be able to kind of tie it to some specific things that then did later happen, and that's part of our history now, and see just how God used that prophecy through this. But this concept of getting power, this king receives power. It's really hard to get power and still stay humble. One of the greatest challenges of leadership is recognizing and understanding your place and staying humble to God. Recognizing God's place in your life is even more challenging when God has allowed you the opportunity to have leadership. Daniel's sharing a prophecy that's going to come to pass, and he explains that a king is going to arise who will not be humble. He will rule with great power. He will do as he pleases. Those in leadership like kings will not acknowledge God and often won't be seeking God in their life, and as a result, God will move in a way that the king doesn't expect. The same can be true for our lives today, and even though we may not be in a country that has a king, we've set up an awful lot of things that are rulers in our life. We have to recognize that our leadership and our authority comes from the Lord. If we do not acknowledge him, then God has every right to take that away. How can we acknowledge the Lord more in our life? And if we're in a position of leadership, how can we allow God to lead through us today? That's the question that we have. Now, if you've missed any of the sessions leading up to this, there's a link in the description below. It'll take you to the entire playlist, so make sure you check that out. And be sure to subscribe. We're going to continue through this prophecy in chapter 11 as we continue. We'll see you tomorrow.